Okay, guys, let's kind of jump into these recordings, the court recordings. Okay. Now, in a previous video, I had explained to you guys that it doesn't really seem as if Porsha can hold this mortgage. I also told you all that people are telling me that she had bad credit or she has bad credit. Now, I don't know if she has it. Allegedly, that is what I'm being told. But I also told you all that it don't even also seem that she's going to be able to handle this mortgage. And I said it strictly based on what she testified in court. Now, what I did is I pulled out that clip because I want you all to hear it. I know it's been a lot of footage, but we're going to get into what she said in court and exactly why Porsha testified that Simon agreed to pay the mortgage for 3 years and he agreed to pay her alimony, which I said in my last video, she need that alimony. She need him to pay the mortgage because if he don't, how is she going to pay it?
Please, please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Okay, guys. So what I have done is I have queued this up for you all so you can hear the exact part that I want you to hear. Now, I have all these videos already uploaded on my channel, but I get it. It was so much information that it is almost in a sense overwhelming. Now, in this clip, what she's going to say is they negotiated the prenup for probably, I believe she says 10 months, which is about, they were married only for 15 months. So it was very important. She testified that she did not sign the first draft of the prenup because, for one, it needed to be correct. She needed it to be right. She also said the reason that it's that 3-year provision is simply because she had quit her jobs. She had a few things that she was doing, but we all know if you're trying to, buy a $6-7 million house, you're going to need all the money, right? So she testifies that the reason that she was given that 3 years or 36 months to kind of live in the house because she needed to kind of build up relevant, to become more, relevant because we know she had left Housewives and then she went back. But you know how it goes. You kind of build your relevancy up. So she testifies to that. She testifies to she needs 3 years. So 3 years will be okay if Simon is going to pay the mortgage. But it don't look like that's going to happen. So is she going to be able to pay the mortgage? Because she testified that she was going to use that 3 years to build up her relevancy, be able to secure better jobs, and be able to refinance this house. Let's get into it.
So once you guys discussed kind of the broad terms that you wanted your attorneys to incorporate, did you feel that you guys were on the same page as it related to what to include in the prenuptial agreement?
Yes, because I don't think either one of us wanted the prenup process to break us up. We were in love. We knew what we wanted. I just had a non-negotiable, which was where I lived, and I just wanted to make sure that if anything happened where I was raising our kids, I would have interest in it. Or
It's interesting that she says our kids when they don't have any kids together. And in fact, Simon and his kids had to get out.
and have the possibility to keep it if in case there was something to happen. So we were definitely on the same terms with the prenup.
So you said kind of the where you live was a non-negotiable. Could you kind of explain what you mean by that?
So I explained to him that my first marriage, I did not have a prenup. So therefore, I would have had to go to court in order to get anything from the marriage, and I ended up not going to court, which made me have no interest in the home that we had together where I raised my ex-husband's child.
You know, a few things she said that were very catchy in here. For one, she said she didn't get shit out of the first marriage. So she like, I'm gonna try to get something out of this one. And I don't think it worked. Then she went and hired the same damn attorney that pretty much took everything because you're right. You didn't get shit out of the first marriage. And it looked like you're not gonna get it out of this one either, ma'am. But carry on. And do y'all see the trauma? Because it seems like she's basing this on a previous marriage.
And so I didn't ever want to be in that position again. And so when we decided to get the home that I live in now, the marital home, I told him that that's one thing that is very important to me. That's why the prenup doesn't have like huge lump sums in it of me asking him for his assets or him getting my assets. It's just really the home and then, the vehicles and alimony, which we both felt was very fair. But it was just important to me that where I, raised the family up until this point with him, that would definitely be split because we were partners in this, and he also felt it was very important as well at the time.
And I know you said that where you live and raise your child, your else children was important to you. Is that why you guys included the provision that if someone filed, he would be the party to relocate from the marital residence?
Well, at the time, I had left Housewives in the beginning of our relationship, but that was a decision that was made prior to Simon. But I had followed through with it. I also had left Dish Nation, which was a show, and that's how we ended up having the alimony. Not the alimony, but the allowance. He was replacing the income.
Something about that doesn't make sense. She said she left her jobs before Simon, but yet when she met him, he was replacing income that you had already quit before you met him. I mean, these lies just don't make sense.
And so I was working less because I was just taking the jobs that would make sure that I was in the home the most. So I still had both of my businesses, Go Naked Hair, Pampered by Porsha. Also was doing influencer jobs. So I still was working and I still did some shows, but not the bulk of shows. Like I wouldn't take certain jobs if they had me out of the house. So we knew that the longer that would happen, my relevancy could possibly be in jeopardy when it came time to make money to be able to take over the note of the house.
Did y'all hear that?
So therefore, for me to be able to have time to build up relevancy,
Build up relevancy, Porsha. Relevancy.
be able to get a loan.
Be able to get a loan. Did y'all hear that? But I'm lying on this whole.
We both thought it would be fair for me to, if I say I want to take the house, for me to be able to have 3 years to build up relevancy.
Booyah! Listen, I was in court. Porsha testified in order to be able to refinance the house, she needed to have a job and she needed to be able to work for 3 years because she needed to become relevant. Because it's amazing though, because she's still on the show and she really ain't relevant because she's really not given anything. So she testifies in court that she needed to really stay in the house for 3 years. And that was the purpose of the prenup. But you mad? Who you mad at, honey? Because you married this man and you needed him to pay the alimony, and now you're probably not going to get it. That's going to be a problem because, for one, if you don't get that alimony from him, if you don't get the mortgage paid, how do you build up your relevancy and how do you pay the mortgage? And furthermore, if you got bad credit, that's a whole nother story.
Get back, take whatever jobs I can take for relevancy.
Take whatever jobs I can take because I need to become relevant so that I can refinance this house. Like I said, and I know she mad, but I don't give a damn because I'm going to keep talking about it. The fact of the matter is, and I get it. If you don't have a job and you're going through a divorce, you get you a job because you're going to have to pay your bills. So what Porsha is saying is the reason that she got the 36 months in the prenup was simply because she was not working. And the 3 years would give her enough time to solidify her income. So therefore, she would be able to get a mortgage to refinance this house. So the reason why she is a little angry is because I don't think Simon is going to pay, which is going to cause an issue for her. You see, I was there.
Also build up my income and be able to get a loan.
Build up her income to be able to get a loan. Did y'all hear that? So can she really refinance this house? Because she needs 3 years to be able to build up her income. Has it been quite 3 years yet?
Etc. So that's why in the prenup it states he maintains all of the maintenance in the house, he maintains the bills of the house, because that was a courtesy he was given to me because he knew that, I would need to be able to have time to get everything together if I chose to take the house.
Okay, guys, what else do I need to tell you? That's it. That's all. She said it. She needs 3 years. 3 years, and she's right. Generally, when you go for a mortgage, the banks want to see 2 years is, would suffice. But if you think about reality TV, I think the way that it is structured, it may have to be 3, depending on, when she starts and when she gets paid. So Porsha said it, and it's a transcript, it's a transcript. It's on transcript. Porsha stated she needed 3 years to be able to refinance this house. And it ain't been 3 years.
Too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot.